Hey guys, it's Elena with Black Sheep 303 Creative, and today I'm going to be making a really cute Mother's Day gift using the TECKWRAPCRAFT diagonal rainbow vinyl. Now, I was asked by TECKWRAPCRAFT to try this out. They did provide me with everything you see here for free. However, I was not paid, and they did not specify that I needed to be only positive in my review, so they wanted me to be completely honest. So even though this is technically a sponsored video, it really is just taking a true honest look at this product. So let's talk about this. They sent me 3 different colors of the diagonal rainbow, so obviously you can see it's diagonal. And if I unwrap this, you can hopefully see there's kind of a glittery finish on it. It is not glitter vinyl per se, but it definitely gives the impression of kind of being glittery because of that coating that is on the vinyl. And this is, the color is tea rose. And I'm not sure that the camera is picking up all of the color variation in through here, but it's definitely like a very red into pink into orange, pretty blended color palette. And all of them have that same glittery coating on them. So here's the regular rainbow, which is really pretty. And again, the darker colors really aren't showing on camera so well because there is a very nice magenta into purple into dark blue into this turquoisey color. So really, really pretty. That's the regular rainbow. And then this one is the one we're going to use today. And this is called Lycerin Purple, or Lycerin Purple. And it's kind of pinks, corals, and purples blending together. Really, really pretty. And again, also has that coating on it. Now, the coating makes this quasi non-sticky. So you can see like the stickers don't really want to stick to it either to keep it closed. It makes this really pretty finish on the material, but it means you have to use very specific transfer tape in order to work with it, because regular transfer tape will not work with this. So TeckWrap also sent me their matte transfer tape and their high-tack glitter transfer tape, glitter vinyl transfer tape. So this is the one I'm going to be using with this today. It's got a yellow grid on it, whereas the matte doesn't have anything on it, and it's slightly frosted. So like if you see here, the yellow grid is the high-tack transfer for the glitter vinyl, and it's clear. The matte is slightly frosted. You can see through it better once the backing is off of it. And this is for their regular adhesive vinyl. Like, I did a review on their matte adhesive vinyl that I absolutely loved. I'll link it up here. A couple weeks ago, and so this is what you would use with that. All right, so we're going to be using their Strong Tack Matte. I have used this already. It works really well, really nicely in my Cricut machine. Probably would work in the Silhouette as well. And it's very strong tack. They also have standard tack and low tack. So very, very nice mattes, alternatives to the Cricut brand, and they are less expensive. So something to consider, and you'll see me using this. And then they also sent me these great tools. I talked about these in a lot of detail in my matte vinyl review, but I wanted to quickly show you. This is one of my favorites. Like, if you are a email subscriber of mine, you know I have 5 essential tools that I think every electronic crafting person needs, and these are 3 of them. So this is a weeding pen, and it's like a ballpoint pen, so you press the end and the little needle comes out. Press it again, it retracts, makes it a little bit safe. This needle is extremely sharp, so be very careful if you have children in your craft room. Often they could get poked, or you can poke yourself. Believe me, I know. But it's really, really great. I love it. I love them even more than the weeding hooks, although those work too. And the great thing about this one is it's covered in this cool pinky glitter. It's a chunky glitter, and then it's also a rose gold finish, so really pretty. Like, I never turn down tools that are both extremely functional as well as gorgeous. They also sent me an extra needle for it, so that's really nice. Then they sent me a really great pair of fine tipped tweezers, and I love fine tipped tweezers and think that everybody should have one, have a pair of these. This is heavyweight, really nice, super pointy, so you could poke yourself with it. Be careful of that, again, with kids. But it's also really pretty because it goes from this magenta into a purple into a dark blue color. Really pretty. And it does have like a protective cap for those pointy tips. And it fits right in this case that comes with it. So that's really nice. And the needle, extra needle tip fits in there too. And finally, they sent me a scraper slash squeegee. And I really like scrapers slash squeegees that have a little bit of give, like this one does. Not a lot, just a little bit, as well as like an ergonomic grip. So these raised bars in the middle allow you to like hold it really easily in between those with your fingers, so it's really nice. The bend on this allows me, at least, to get better contact with when I'm putting stuff onto a mat, when I'm putting transfer tape down onto vinyl, really burnishing things down. I like that it has a little bit of give. And finally, they sent me this cute Opal pouch that all of my tools fit in very nicely. So you just tuck them right in here, zip it shut, and it's a nice compact design. Easy to stick in a drawer or in a bin somewhere and just have easy access to. So I love that, and I'll be using the tools during the project today. Speaking of which, let's get to it right now. Okay, so the project we're making today is a bud vase using this design right here. So we're going to cut it out of the diagonal rainbow vinyl and wrap it around the vase to decorate it. If you're interested in getting this design file for free, I will link the information on how to do so in the video description. I will give it to you. It's one I designed, and I'll give it to you for free through May 8th, 2022. So that would be Mother's Day 2022. Just look in the video description for the instructions on how to do that. I'm not going to go into all the steps in this video on how to modify this in Cricut Design Space in order to get it to fit on your bottle. Honestly, your bottle will probably be a different size than mine was. So me telling you the sizes that I made the words and the hearts for my bottle probably wouldn't apply to yours anyway, because I'm sure that everybody's going to have a different size bottle. But you will need to ungroup this over here. And then I did not use the outline version of Mom, so I hid that, or you can delete it. And then I just resized these two elements until they fit within the space on my bottle that I was going to place them. So that's pretty easy to do. And it is going to depend on the circumference as well as the space on your bottle that you're going to place the letters in that will help you determine what size to make both the Mom and the hearts. However, I do want to talk to you about how to cut this with your Cricut. In all likelihood, you will be able to cut this on the Joy as well as, for sure, the Explore Air machine, and I cut mine on the Maker. So I do want to tell you what to set your machine on in order for you to cut the vinyl. Okay, so how do we set the base material? We're going to be using the TECKWRAPCRAFT Diagonal Rainbow Vinyl. So what do you set that on? Well, let's check. Let's go to Browse All Materials. And I have discovered by testing this, if I scroll down to the vinyl section, now this list is going to vary depending on what machine you're using. Like the Joy is a lot shorter than any other machine, but if we go down to vinyl here, under premium vinyl, you want to select frosted gray. I know it sounds weird, but premium vinyl will work. But you do need to put the pressure on more, and then it's a little bit harder to weed than if you put it on the frosted gray. Now, it seems like you'd want to do frosted glitter, right? And that would probably work, but it's more pressure, and so my concern is that if you use frosted glitter, it's going to cut through the backing paper. I know the frosted gray does not, so I'm just going to click on that to select it and hit done. All right, so time to weed. I'm going to start with my pin pen. Always good to have your tweezers on hand too. And I'm just going to see what I can do here. Now sometimes it helps to fold the corner down. And then I'm going to just use my pin pen, my weeding pen, there we go, to pull away the excess. So this is weeding really easily. And so there we can see, oh, that's pretty. All right, so I've got my high tack transfer tape here, and I'm going to start this now. And how I work with transfer tape is I fold back the backing paper about an inch, maybe half an inch, not sure. So just part of it is exposed. And then I want to line this up with the paper, and then I'm going to press it down on just the end that's exposed. And I can use my squeegee to really get that going. Okay, and because this is so high tack, it doesn't release super easily from the paper. It's not tough, but you do have to kind of pull on it. So I'm going to pull this away as I push this side with the squeegee to push. And I'm going a little, you know, slow. Okay, now as I've gone a little further, I'm going to just backtrack and burnish down a little bit. Now it's really releasing on its own, so I'm just going to keep pushing. And then burnish some more. Keep pushing. All right, so I'm really burnishing. You know, I'm pressing down on those like little hearts. So now to remove this, I'm going to burnish down from the back. All right, so I'm only going to expose that much for right now of the adhesive. So let me grab the bottle. Okay, so my next step is to prep my bottle. And I've got a little alcohol prep pad here. You don't have to use a prep pad. These just happen to be handy for me. You can use like alcohol on a cotton swab. That'll work totally fine. And I'm just going to go over the surface of this. I'm lifting the bottle up a little bit. And I'm just going over the entire surface, lower part of the bottle. Just to make sure I've cleaned it off. I've got all the oil from my fingers removed. And then I'll just let that air dry. It won't take very long in very arid Colorado. Okay, I don't have a tumbler holder or anything. Plus, we have to twist the bottle as we're going. So, for me, I will stick it between a couple of pens. And I try to make sure it's like two of the same kind of pen. So it's the same height, same distance, all that stuff. All right, so I'm just going to set it. There's a seam on the bottle. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a line. So I'm going to try to center the hearts on that seam. So I've got the seam kind of facing up. And now I've got the two pens tucked underneath, holding it in place. And obviously the pens have these like clips on the sides so they don't roll. Okay, and I'm touching it just ever so slightly down, and then I'm just gonna wrap this. Okay, this is gonna be a little tricky doing this because we want to make sure that it goes on straight. So I'm just going to very slowly peel this off and push down as I go. And kind of fold back and then just check as I'm going to make sure that my top of the tape is lining up correctly, because I want it to be straight, obviously. And I'm gonna actually cut some of this backing paper off as I go, just so that doesn't start interfering with my ability to line it up. Okay, so here we go. All right, so I've got it stuck down like so, and now I'm gonna just use the squeegee, especially on this O, because the O has some air bubbles in it, to really get good contact between all of the vinyl and the bottle. So I'm basically just going over it, rubbing back and forth with, you know, it's a fair amount of pressure. All right, let me remove the transfer tape from the top. Okay, I do have a little bit of an air bubble right there, but actually it's coming out no problem. Okay, so there we go. It says Mom. We've got our heart here. Pretty cute, and I love the rainbow effect. And yeah, look at the glittery effect in the light. Very nice. All right, let me get the final like ribbon and flowers, and we'll be ready to give this to Mom. Okay guys, there's the completed bottle. I'll probably put some pictures up here because it's a little hard to see. And I don't want to tip the water out because we've got some cute flowers in it, and I added some ribbon, and then the Mom design goes all the way around with the hearts, and it's very glittery. It's a little hard to tell, but hopefully you can see there, and I think it turned out really cute. And it was a nice upcycle on a cocktail bottle that I had lying around. So there's my cute Mom project for today. And then I also wanted to show you that I cut something out of the plain, the you know, original rainbow, or rainbow diagonal rainbow, and it was a lot more intricate and a lot more detailed, and it weeded just as well as the Mom design, and it is super sparkly and fun too. So I think I'll probably be putting that on maybe a plaque or a cabinet. We'll see. I love it. I think it's really, really pretty. So, long story short, what do I think of this? I think it's pretty awesome. I really enjoy the quality of everything I have tried from TeckWrapCraft. I think this is really nice quality vinyl. I do like the glittery effect on it. I think it adds to the colors, and it kind of really makes everything pop really nicely. It's a little unfortunate that you have to have like a specific high-tech specialty transfer tape to work with it, but I know there are other materials that require high-tech transfer tape as well, so it's probably not that unusual in the long run. If you watched my TECKWRAPCRAFT matte vinyl review, I talked in great detail about the tools. I think the tools are amazing. I really love them, and I think they're super high quality and very pretty. And I also really, really liked working with the matte. It did a great job, no problems at all. And since my Cricut is no longer under warranty, I think that might be my new alternative to Cricut brand mats, since they are less expensive. The TECKWRAPCRAFT ones are less expensive. All right, well, I hope you're gonna check out the diagonal rainbow vinyl as well as the yellow grid high-tech transfer tape and make some of your own fun projects using this really cool stuff. As always, if you got something out of the video, I would really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. These videos do take many hours to put together, and leaving a comment really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm and helps my channel be promoted to others, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day.